Hey everybody, it's the Ginger Librarian here, and I'm coming at you from my front porch again. Let me see what time it is. It's 8:30 on the dot, so it's a little late. It's getting dark. I think it's a little darker than normal because some storm clouds moved in. But I don't know if you've noticed, but I got some new hardware. It would be hardware? No, maybe just technology. I don't know. I got a ring light, if you can't see it in my eyes. And I got a microphone, but I don't really like the way it looks, so I'm just using my thick hair to do that. I don't know if it's going to sound any differently, but whatever. So I want to thank you for being patient while I haven't posted a video. I said I wanted to do it once a week, and I did, but I didn't realize how busy the summer was going to be. It's been very hectic. So thank you for your patience. I was struggling with perfection because I wanted the perfect book and the perfect microphone and the perfect light, and I wanted everything perfect, but done is better than perfect, so it's done. Okay, so the book I'm going to read to you today is called Each Kindness by Jacqueline Woodson. I love Jacqueline Woodson. I love her books. I don't really read many of her picture books. I've read a lot of chapter books for myself personally and to classes. And this one never really appealed to me based on the cover. I don't know, I was never drawn to it. So I literally judged a book by its cover. That saying comes from somewhere, because when I opened it up and I read it today, I was amazed at the words. So for my last week of summer school, I am a summer school librarian, I wanted to read a book on kindness, and so this was the one I chose. And I read it to two classes today. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. It's a little on the long side, so get real comfy. Okay, Each Kindness by Jacqueline Woodson. It's kind of a big book, so let me get situated. You know, this takes me a minute. Okay, I think this is perfect, actually. That winter, snow fell on everything, turning the world a brilliant white. One morning, as we settled into our seats, the classroom door opened and the principal came in. She had a girl with her, and she said to us, "This is Maya." Maya looked down at the floor. I think I heard her whisper, "Hello." We all stared at her. Her coat was open, and the clothes beneath it looked old and ragged. Her shoes were spring shoes, not meant for the snow. A strap on one of them had broken. Our teacher, Miss Albert, said, "Say good morning to our new student," but most of us were silent. The only empty seat was next to me. That's where our teacher put Maya. And on that first day, Maya turned to me and smiled, but I didn't smile back. I moved my chair, myself, and my books a little farther away from her. When she looked my way, I turned to the window and stared out at the snow. And every day after that, when Maya came into the classroom, I looked away and didn't smile back. My best friends that year were Kendra and Sophie. At lunchtime, we walked around the schoolyard, our fingers laced together, whispering secrets into each other's ears. One day, while we were near the slide, Maya came over to us. She held open her hand to show us the shiny jacks and the tiny red ball she'd gotten for her birthday. "It's a high bouncer," she said, but none of us wanted to play. So Maya played a game against herself. That afternoon when we got back into the classroom, Maya whispered to me, "Bet you can't guess who the new Jacks champion of the world is." Behind me, Andrew whispered, "Chloe's got a new friend. Chloe's got a new friend." "She's not my friend," I whispered back. The weeks passed. Every day we whispered about Maya, laughing at her clothes, her shoes, the strange food she brought for lunch. Some days Maya held out her hand to show us what she'd brought to school: a deck of cards, pickup sticks, a small tattered doll. Whenever she asked us to play, we said no. The days grew warmer and warmer. The pond thawed. Grass began growing where snow had once been. One day, Maya came to school wearing a pretty dress and fancy shoes, but the shoes and the dress looked like they'd belonged to another girl before Maya. I have a new name for her, Kendra whispered. Never knew. Everything she has comes from a secondhand store. We all laughed. Maya stood by the fence. She was holding a jump rope but did not come over to ask us if we wanted to play. After a while, she folded it double, rolled the ends around each hand, and started jumping. She jumped around the whole schoolyard without stopping. She didn't look up once, just jumped, jumped, jumped. The next day, Maya's seat was empty. In class that morning, we were talking about kindness. Ms. Albert had brought a big bowl into the class and filled it with water. We all gathered around her desk and watched her drop a small stone into it. Tiny waves rippled out away from the stone. This is what kindness does, Mrs. Albert said. Each little thing we do goes out like a ripple into the world. Then Mrs. Albert let us each drop the stone in as we told her what kinds of things we had done. Joseph held the door for his grandmother. Kendra helped change her baby brother's diaper. Even mean old Andrew had done something. I carried teacher's books up the stairs, he said. And Mrs. Albert said it was true. I stood there holding Mrs. Albert's rock in my hand, silent. Even small things count, Mrs. Albert said gently. But I couldn't think of anything and passed the stone on. Maya didn't come to school the next day, or the day after that. Each morning, I walked to school slowly, hoping this would be the day Maya returned and she'd look at me and smile. I promised myself this would be the day I'd smile back. Each kindness, Mrs. Albert had said, makes the whole world a little bit better. But Maya's seat remained empty, and one day Mrs. Albert announced to the class that Maya wouldn't be coming back. Her family had moved away, Mrs. Albert said. Then she told us to take out our notebooks. It was time for spelling. That afternoon, I walked home alone. When I reached the pond, my throat filled with all the things I wished I would have said to Maya, each kindness I had never shown. I threw small stones into it over and over, watching the way the water rippled out and away, like each kindness. Done and not done, like every girl somewhere, holding a small gift out to someone, and that someone turning away from it. I watched the water ripple as the sun set through the maples, and the chance of a kindness with Maya became more and more forever gone. Whoa! Oh my gosh, that is so intense, because what if you say something unkind to someone? Oops, the moths have come out. What if you say something unkind and that's the last time you ever see that person again? Just think of how you're gonna feel and how they felt and what their opinion of you is. So, each kindness counts. So just be kind. Thank you, Jacqueline Woodson, for a beautiful story. And I promise I will never judge an actual book by its cover. Okay, so head on over to TikTok. Maybe not yet. Maybe it might be a couple days. Give me a chance. And I'm going to ask a question, and I want your opinion on this video. Let me see. I actually took notes, so let me see if I covered everything. Yeah, so I'm super happy about this book. I bought it. This is my copy, and I'm very excited. I went through a lot to get it. I drove out to Virginia Beach. But, all right, that's all. Oh, I should have brought my little yellow sign that says @ginger_librarian. Well, I'm going to write my TikTok username down below. Okay, all right, have a great evening, and yay, summer school's almost over. Bye.